All right, everyone. My name is Kelly Brown. I want to welcome you guys to our community Sunday night Zoom. This is a time where we gather. There are multiple coaches on our team, the Freedom Family, and a lot of us have our own challenge groups because we serve our clients through those. So we combine on Sunday night and we open up these calls to all of you so that you don't only hear from your coach who's in charge of your group, but you also hear from our team. There's so much wisdom and value that our team has to give. And so every week we come here and we try to share things that are going to enrich your journey, whether it's mindset or meal planning or things that you need help with, the things that we've learned along the way. And so if you have ideas also of a topic, always share. Tell your coach, I would love it if you guys would do a call on this because we're always open to hearing those things. But my name is Kelly Brown. I am one of the coaches here. I've been a coach for 6.5 years doing these challenge groups, and I love them. And it has definitely been a beautiful thing for our team to grow and to see the hearts of the team. We're actually heading to Pigeon Forge this week for our leadership retreat, which is really exciting. I've been like, can we just go now? So we lean in as coaches to grow so that we can serve you better. The role of a coach and the job of a coach is to grow in our own journey so that we can walk with you, but maybe be a step or two ahead of you to give you some, don't fall in that pothole that I fell in last year. So tonight we're going to kick things off with Angela, who's going to share a product focus. Every week we're going to share, or yesterday, yes, a little bit about some of the products besides Shakeology and BOD or Performance Line, things that you might already have in your toolkit. There are so many other things available that if one of these things in the catalog could bless you, help you, enrich your journey, we want to make you aware of it. So every week at the beginning of our call will be like a little bit on that. So tonight, Angela is going to share a little bit about beach bars. Go ahead, Angela.
Thank you. Okay. So my kids discovered the wonderfulness of those like chocolate chip chewy bars, like the really good, really, really sweet, do absolutely nothing but make you hungrier bars. So I was looking, I kid you not, 30 minutes in all the different aisles that had bars at Costco, trying to find a bar that did not have a crazy amount of sugar, because who wants to give a 2 and a 3-year-old sugar? Especially in the middle of the afternoon when you're getting closer to nap time or the middle of the morning, and had at least some form of like nutritious something that I wasn't gonna basically just, might as well hand them a spoonful, a little spoon and a little sugar jar, because that's what it felt like sometimes. And we were out of beach bars, so I was looking for them for something like it, and I kid you not, I couldn't find anything. I finally settled for something that did not have enough. It didn't have very much fiber, had negligible amounts of protein, but it at least didn't have a lot of sugar, and I knew they'd eat it. So we needed something, so we came home with that. I think it was still something like 12 grams of sugar per bar or something like that, and even splitting it between the two of them, that's a lot of sugar. So the beach bars, they come in now 3 different flavors. They actually have a vegan version that, blanking on the flavor, so somebody can help me with that because I haven't tried it yet, but it's in my cabinet. There's peanut butter chocolate. There's almond something crunch, almond chocolate crunch maybe. And then there's chocolate cherry almond or chocolate cherry, something like that. But there's 3 different flavors that you can get. Chocolate almond crunch, there it is. All right. I have to try that yet because it just got here the other day. But there's a comparison of beach bars, Kind bars. Actually, I'm just going to try to share this really quickly. Hang on, if it will let me. Nope. Okay. Yes. It won't let me. Okay. It won't let me share my screen, but I can maybe post it in the group or something, the commission chart. So Kind bars, if you've heard of those have a decent amount of sugar, not too bad with the sugar, not too bad with the protein, but the fiber is like way low. And if you're doing the 2B mindset, that we're trying to do, we want to do at least, why am I blanking on all of these numbers right now? what is it, 1 gram of fiber for every 10 grams of carb. And then you want to try to keep the grams of sugar less than the grams of protein, which most of the bars, they might have 10 grams of protein in them, but then they've got 15 or 20 grams of sugar on top of that. So you're basically wiping it all out, and they have maybe 2 grams of fiber. So that's really what we love about the Beach Bars, is that they taste amazing. The chocolate peanut butter ones are my favorite. Yeah, they're 150 calories, 4 grams of fiber, 9 grams of protein, and yeah, 0 trans fat. Thank you, Kelly. um, and they taste so good. Like, honestly, the first time I tried the chocolate peanut butter one that I keep messing up the name on, peanut butter chocolate, I think that's the name, peanut butter chocolate. It's like 6 grams of sugar. Yeah, 6 or 7. I think it varies between the two of them. I kid you not, it tasted like a chewy bar, like the chocolate chewy bars that we had as a kid. So they're really, really good. The You often also get like a discount on the on the bars. If you're ordering something else, it'll also often pop up as like a 10% off on bars if you're getting something else too. So talk to your coach if you want to bundle the boxes. I just got like 3 boxes because I'm going to send a bunch to my nursing mom friend. And just like, yeah, they're great. That's what I got to say.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I got the chocolate almond because I'm dairy free, and I hid them on top of my refrigerator so that my kids couldn't get to them. But what I like about them too, though, is when my kids play sports, I went today to go to the gas station after my son's basketball game, and he wanted like a protein bar afterwards, and like the ones in the store are like $2, $3 to get a good one. And so a lot of times we look at cost, and I was thinking cost and also ingredients, you know what I mean? And so, yes, they're gluten free too. So I love them. Like I said, I hide them and then I pull them out when they have like a sporting event or something. These are not bars that go in their lunchbox, because to me they're more of like something a substantial snack, not like like you were saying, Angela, for something for them to have in the afternoon, not just that. Oh, although if you have candy bar cravings, it's a better option. So, all right, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna mute some people. When you hop on our Zoom, sometimes we can mute you, sometimes we can't. So if you can mute yourself, it's always helpful. And yes, I did. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I'm really excited, you guys. You know, New Year is exciting, new beginnings, but also like what's exciting for me as a coach in the new year is seeing people feeling the ability to recommit, because we always can start the holidays with a great idea of what we want. And I will say, like, this past holiday was probably my healthiest I've ever had. Like, it's the first holiday I haven't gotten the flu, woohoo, in a long time. It was like my New Year's gift every year. But also just working out more and being better on my nutrition, but also really enjoying the treats and things. So heading into the new year for me, what was the most exciting was gathering again as a community, because I think that's the one thing during the holidays for all of us that's a little tricky and challenging with the challenge groups, is that we get really busy with family and we get busy with our commitments. And so sometimes the challenge group engagement can dip a little bit. And then I love the new year because everyone's like ready for it. And so we're really glad that you're here tonight. And my challenge for you this year is tap more into the community. The testimonials that I gather from people after their results on these programs, one of the things that always is woven in the testimonial at some point is the community. It's having a place to navigate things, to get support, to have accountability. So what I'm going to talk to you about tonight is declaring your vision for your health for 2020. You know, in the challenge groups, we posted a goals post in our groups, and we posted a recording that we have. And for the other coaches, if you didn't have posted in yours, we have the link for a Zoom call that Sarah did on setting goals. And that is important. Like, I definitely think that we need to all, you know, have goals and make sure that we're have a focus. But I think sometimes because we want to set smart goals and we want them to be measurable, sometimes we get so caught up in what's able to be measured that we miss what can actually fuel us when the measurements and the numbers and the things are maybe taking longer than we would like, or maybe they're looking differently than we thought. So something that I have learned in the last 6.5 years since doing this is that healthy for me looks different than what I thought it was if I based it on a number. My first challenge, my goal was that I had had my 5th baby, and I was like 10 months postpartum, and I still was holding on to quite a bit of, hang on, I'm going to mute somebody. Quite a bit of baby weight, and I was really, really struggling to get it off, because to me, that number on the scale was like what made me happy. I was really married to it. And unfortunately, that started in high school for me. I remember in PE class, like it was the dumbest thing ever when they would make us weigh in front of each other for PE. Like that was just dumb. Like dumb. Because in my mind, whoever was in that class who had the smallest number, I had to beat it. And that was when my unhealthy relationship with the scale started. And when my unhealthy relationship with food started, I didn't care how tall I was. I didn't think about my body type. It was just a number. I had to beat the number. I had to beat the number. And so when I first started this journey, it was very much about a number. And what was interesting about it, though, was when I continued into my challenge group and I was committed to posting and working out, and I was working out like 6 days a week. I did a martial arts program that was so much fun, and like I was getting stronger and like doing like push-ups, which I'd never done because I used to be afraid of like falling and breaking my nose when I do a push-up, because I was the girl who I didn't care about muscle. I just wanted the number. Like that's all that mattered. But I was discovering this whole other side of health. Like I wasn't as stressed. I wasn't as anxious. I like felt good when I got dressed. Like little things were happening, and it was like weird to me because what I noticed was I hit the number and then it started to go up because I was growing muscle and I was getting stronger. And it's like the first year of my journey was this surrender of letting go of the number. And so I think what was missing for me that first year, which I want to give to you tonight, is it's okay to have goals that are like number based, but I want you to have a vision that's bigger than that. Because y'all, 6.5 years into this journey, I weigh myself 4 to 5 times a week to check for inflammation. If the number goes up, oh well. Like, I know what to do to get it go down. I never thought I'd have that freedom. This is really funny. I bought a new scale this year because mine was 10 years old. And when I stepped on, it had me 4 pounds heavier than my other scale. Isn't that great? So my other scale had been lying to me for how to, but it was like, okay, wow. So I really am a larger number than I was before. I'm okay with it. Like it was almost funny to me. That would have crushed me. And so I think what's shifted in me is that my purpose in these groups and my vision for my health has changed from just numbers based to other goals that I have, because it's defined by who I want to be and what I want this journey to make me and what I want this to create for me. And 6.5 years in, I'm still on it. We're never done. We're not done until we die. You know what I mean? And so, you have to recalibrate them every time. No. Oh man. Well, then I might even be. But so what I want to talk to you about tonight is 3 points. I want to talk about declaring your vision. I want to talk about what'll happen when rough waters come, because they will. And I want to talk to you a little bit about how to embrace victory beyond the scale. And I know I went off on a little bit of a challenge for the scale part, but I don't know. I was kind of, maybe it was the Holy Spirit. So the first part is to declare your vision. So there's a quote, Sarah has it on her Facebook header. It's something we're actually doing on our retreat, but I think it's really important for us to share here from the book of Habakkuk. What a fun name is that? And it's Habakkuk 2:2. And I actually opened my scripture today and I read 2:3 and I was like, oh, that's really cool. So I'm going to read verses 2 and 3 and talk a little bit about it. Then the Lord answered me and said, write down the vision, make it plain upon tablets, so that the one who reads it may run. For the vision is a witness for the appointed time, a testimony to the end. It will not disappoint. If it delays, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not be late. And what hit me today that I wanted to share with you tonight is the part that says, if it delays, wait for it. Because you need to know who you want to be and what you want this journey to do for you, so that in the seasons of delay, you have the steadfastness within you to wait for it. And so part of that is declaring what you want. So what do you want to feel? Some questions to kind of ponder. How do you want to be at the end of this program, at the end of 2020? It's so weird to say that still. I keep saying 2019 and the kids are like, last year? I'm like, oh, no, like today. But who is it that you want to show up as in your life? Okay. And I don't want you to play like safe. I want you to play big, because there are words in your heart that are dear to you. There are themes and virtues and habits that are dear to you for their own reason. Maybe it's because there are things that were lacking in your life growing up that you want now. Whatever the reason, if you're thinking right now, like I am, and you could think of 3 words that you want people to say about you, write them down. And if you don't have them yet, my challenge to you is to write them down, like to think about them and write them down, because that is your vision. Like when I think about it, no matter what, even when I try to change them, the words never change. My 3 words are peaceful, joyful, and present. Like I want to be a peaceful mom. And that doesn't mean yes, it means calm when things are going crazy, but it's also just this like presence of safety. I want to be joyful. And I mean like funny, joy-filled, goofy, like my definition, a mom that the kids are like, oh my gosh, my mom was crazy, but she was also fun, because I don't mind being crazy. You know, I have an idea of what I want, and I want to be present. That's my word for the year, is presence. I want to be paying attention to what's going on around me, not so consumed by things that I don't see what's going on. I have a lot of kids, and I want to see what's going on in their lives, and them to know that when I'm with them, I'm with them. When I'm with you, I'm with you. When I'm with my friend having coffee, I'm with them. And those are the words that just are who I want to be. My health journey is to serve that. And they haven't changed. Like, because now maybe my definition for them goes deeper, because maybe at first peaceful for me was just not yelling. It was just getting by. It was just because I struggle with anxiety and I lose my temper with my kids. And I don't want to do that. But now peaceful for me is like healing presence, like strong, like reliable, relatable, someone you can rely on, that you know is solid. Like it's deeper, you know. Joyful before was like being happy. Now, like it's like goofy dance parties in my kitchen, like tickle fights with my kids, you know, literally just having fun. I have a mindset coach, and when I get on the phone with him every week, I have to brace myself for that man's joy, because it spews through my phone like a shower of Care Bears. I mean, I thought I was a Care Bear coach. He's like the Care Bear lineup, you know, but it's inspired me for greater joy and presence, because I tend to hide when I'm stressed. I will hide in my phone, hide in my computer, hide in a book, hide in my shower. And so those are my words. So I want you to think, what are those words for you? Because your goals need to align with those words. Your workouts, your nutrition, your personal development will serve your vision. You know, when you're trying to pick a book to read, because we talk a lot about personal growth and personal development in our challenge groups, or a podcast to listen to, think about which of those words you want to focus on this month. If it's being more peaceful, then pick books that will help with whatever it is you need in that area. You know, and we have lots of books to recommend if you need help. Make sure that your exercise and workouts are aligning with your season to help you be peaceful. If you're in a season of healing from something and you shouldn't do high impact workouts, don't do insanity. Pick something that's low impact, that's going to serve your body in a way that it heals. And if you can't do a program that's really intense, we could help you. I remember a season in pregnancy, I pulled the stretch workouts from 5 of my favorite programs. And that's what I did for a few weeks, because that's all my body could handle, but it served me. It helped me to be release the tension and to feel good. Your nutrition serves you in those ways. You'll notice as you track your food that when you eat certain foods and they aggravate you and you're a lot less pleasant to be around, you're a lot less likely to want to eat them if you're focusing on your vision. Because you're not eating the gluten if it makes you, this is me, cranky the next day because it makes you gain weight. You're not doing it because if you do it, you're not going to be the peaceful person as easily as you would be if you avoided that food. Because some of us have foods that you'll learn over time that might trigger you, maybe not, but you get to decide that. I want you to measure your progress, not just by like, oh, I lost 5 pounds, which is amazing, but like how that is helping you grow into your vision. So you need to have those words. So that's the first part. Take it, write it down, share it with your coach, share it in the challenge group. If you can, share it with your spouse, share it with your kids. Like, I think it's just something important, because when you share your vision, not only will you transform, you are transforming your family, and you are creating a legacy that's different for your generations past you. But you have to write it down. I used to have mine as my screensaver. For a whole year, I had peaceful, joyful, present as my screensaver, just so it was always in my face. Okay, number 2, rough waters are going to happen. Obstacles will happen. Do not be surprised by them. You will have a week that you're wanting to do all your workouts at 8 a.m. or 6 a.m. and a kid's going to get the stomach flu and be puking all night, and you're not working out at 6 a.m. You don't have to be so hardcore that you crush your adrenals, okay? You're going to have a day that you might, well, I'm not going to try to predict on you what you're going to do, but you might have a day that you overeat, or you emotionally eat, or you insert blank of what you wish you wouldn't do anymore. They're going to happen. You're going to have a day potentially where your workout's really hard to even start, or maybe hard to finish, or halfway through you're just not rocking it the way you want to, and you're wondering, will this even work for me? I want to tell you right now, excuses and past mistakes are about to come back in the first few weeks of this challenge and the first few weeks of this year. You're going to be reminded of them. Your inner mean girl, people call it, your ego, people call it, whatever you want to call it, it's going to tell you. You know why? It's the little kid in you that's trying to protect you from failing again. It's this part of you that's afraid of change, because what if it actually works? The first 30 days of my first challenge group, which was 90 days, I told my coach I wanted to quit. I had lost weight. I was doing great. She said, why? It's because I never finished anything. I was a professional quitter. I'd quit every diet I'd ever done. I'd quit every program I'd ever done. The thought of finishing something scared me so much, because that meant I had to let go of I always give up on stuff lie. But guess what? You don't have to hold on to those things anymore. When they pop up, just say to them, like, I don't need you anymore. I'm in a safe place. Like, I'm surrounded. That's why community is so key. Talk in the group about it. Face it. Don't run from it. Don't be ashamed of it. We all have it. But lean into that vision. That excuse or that lie doesn't line up with this vision of who I am. Because here's the thing, my friend, the words that come to your mind are not things that you need to become. They're who you already are. All we're doing in this challenge group, through your health and wellness and through our community, is peeling off the layers of muck that have been placed on you through experiences in your life. Because you thought you signed up maybe to fit into those pre-pregnancy genes. But what we want you to do is literally glow, because you love who you are in the genes, and you love who you are when you're looking at the genes, excited about when you're going to be able to slip them on. Okay? So don't be surprised by them. If you need to, we'll have a call one night on affirmations. You can write affirmations around them, but a couple other things that can help you. Number 1, have an as long as it takes instead of an as soon as possible attitude. So it's your race. You are the only one in your lane running this race for your journey. You get to pace it the way you want. It's your pace, it's your race. My race is different. We are all on some same track, but we are not competing together. So if someone's a little bit ahead of you, they're not your competition, they're your inspiration. And if someone's a little bit behind you, you're their inspiration. So have this mentality of, I'm in it as long as it takes, so that when the days get hard, you have a solution mindset of, okay, I've hit a plateau. I'm doing all this stuff. I don't know what's going on. I don't feel good. This isn't happening. And instead of saying, see, nothing works, you say, what do I need to change? What can I learn here? How can I learn from this? what, you know what I'm saying? Like your mindset shifts from I'm in this for the long haul. Number 2, stay connected to the vine. So if you stay connected to the group, you have a community that is there to hold you accountable to do what you said you want to do, but also to celebrate you as you do it. I think so often a lot of my clients, and I know I do this too, have a hard time sharing our progress. We don't mind sharing our struggles, but sharing our progress, it's like we don't want to brag. But guess what? All of these ladies who finished 100 morning meltdown 100, which I lovingly called morning meltdown 3000 because it took me forever to finish because of my health, inspired me. And when I got to like day 83, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I had like 5 friends finish, and because they shared their finishing and it shared how it transformed them, I kept going. So your story is an inspiration with the group. So celebrate your progress and stay connected daily by posting your accountability, making sure that you are sharing your struggles and also sharing your victories, because you want to break that shame that says you shouldn't. You want to give other people the opportunity to celebrate you so you can inspire others. And you also like want to know that what you put into the group is what you're going to get back. You know, we have a great fitness tool in your hand, whatever program you chose. You have great nutritional tools with 2B Mindset, Ultimate Portion Fix, Shakeology, the whole gambit. But you also have a whole community here for you that can help you to grow. And it doesn't have to take all day. You can take 15 minutes a day to check in the group, read the post, gather the information, and encourage some people, and be a good steward of affirmation and gratitude. And having that connection truly is why 6.5 years later, I can say I'm no longer a person that quits. I might fall down, I might fall short, but I don't ever stop short. I'm a very stubborn person. I'm very tenacious. I'll rename that to make it sound better. These groups have helped my tenacity benefit me from a person who used to quit because it wasn't working fast enough to like, all right, if this is not, what do I need to do? So you want to just stay connected. It doesn't have to be perfect, but like, let us love you into your vision. You want to make sure with staying connected and all of this, that you're embracing your victory beyond the scale, right? So today is posting your goodbye photos in our group. If you haven't done it, that's okay. I need to do mine in the morning. It was hard today. It was a church day, so I completely forgot. But you need to take a before picture. My first journey, I bought Insanity for Christmas off the infomercial with my husband. I did the warm up and I puked. It was hard. I was trying to go all out because my husband's like an athlete. He was like rocking it. And I was like, I'm going to do it. I didn't even know what a burpee was. I did one for the first time ever with Tanya. And like, I was so sick. Anyway, side note, sorry. But what I want to tell you is like, I never took a before photo. So when I finished Insanity, I never tracked my food and I never took a before photo. I didn't see any progress because I didn't give myself a way to see it, because I was only basing it on a scale number. And I know I gained strength. There's no way you can do that program and not get stronger. Shaun T would have smacked me upside my head if he knew me personally at that time. Not that he knows me personally now, but anyway. So take a before picture and take them weekly. Take measurements at least every couple weeks. You can step on the scale daily for 2B Mindset, or at least once a week, as a gauge of how your food is serving you, not how well you're doing. Because if you're doing a weighted program where you're like lift 4, you might see the number go up. When I did P90X, it was a 90-day program, I lost 1 pound, but I also, if you saw my results, like the muscle mass and the inches I lost was insane. So track your progress so that you can see your progress. So scale measurements. Like I love having like I have a pair of shorts. I put it on this summer on vacation. I was so uncomfortable in them. I barely could get unbuttoned. I lost a baby this year, and my postpartum journey was really hard. And I kind of let it go with food. And that summer, I was at Hilton Head, and I put on these shorts, and I was so upset because they were so tight, and I was so uncomfortable, and I had to ride a bike, and I wasn't riding a bike in jeans in July in South Carolina. That's like insane. And all I knew was I took pictures that day and said, these are my goodbye photos. And those are the shorts. I know it's freezing and cold outside, but I still put them on every time I finish a phase of a workout to see my progress. And now when I put them on, I'm excited because they're loose. They fit well. I can't wait for it to be warm. It wasn't like that immediately, but pick something because shorts are big for me because I was self-conscious growing up too. So the fact that I'll wear them is like that could be a whole other call. So find something that can also track. So if you're maybe, your measurements haven't changed, your weight hasn't changed, but you put them on, you're like, whoa, because your body is going to change. But I also want you to track this. I want you to pay attention to how you're feeling. I want you to write down in your food journal the wins from the day. If you have a 2-year-old like mine, or a 4-year-old like mine, or a 9-year-old like mine, or a 7-year-old like mine, I have a lot of kids, and they have a moment where they're like so much of a blue jay that you're just like done, and you hold it together and smile at them because you know it's not about you, you better write that in your journal. That's a win. Okay? Blue jay is a code word for not calling your kid a bad name. Sorry. I didn't want to say a bad word on a call. I called my kid a catfish today because they were not being nice, and in Louisiana we have catfish. Yeah. So if you have a moment where like you're out at dinner and you're full and they pass by with dessert and you say no because you don't want it, not because you don't think you deserve it, write it down. Your mindset is shifting. If you look in the mirror one day after you get dressed and you smile at yourself and you're happy with yourself and you haven't felt that way in a while, write it down. If you run with your kids on the soccer field and don't get winded when you used to not be able to eat, or you didn't have the confidence to even run with them, write it down. What are the non-scale victories that you can pay attention to? If you drink a lot of soda and you notice you go a whole day without having it, you better celebrate that. Because every time you press the celebrate button, you tell your mind and that little person, it'll say you always, you never, you always, you never, you should, you should, you should. You tell them like, I told you I don't need you anymore. And you're building that belief muscle. So you can high five yourself, or you can whoop really loud in your house, or whatever you need to do to celebrate. But make marks in your journal, because here's the other thing. When you're having a bad day, the reason why keeping a food journal is so good is to look back at your record of right. If you finish a program, post it. Post your before and afters. Submit them to Beachbody. Shoot, you get a free tank top, and you get submitted in a like to win money potentially, which is awesome. If you at any point like have a day where you're like, I was a peaceful mom today, write it, like celebrate it in the group, y'all. Like, we want you to lose the weight and to tone up and to feel good and to be fit and healthy and all of that. But not if it's at the expense that you're stressed, that you're terrified about what you're eating, that you see your workouts as punishment for the chocolate cake, that you can't figure out who you are. What's the point? We want like a Romans 12, which the whole scripture talks about, transformed by the renewal of your mind. We want to change your mind about food and about you so that you can see like you're an amazing gift. So number 1 is declare your vision. So I want you to come up with, I know everyone picks a word for the year, but if you had to say 3 things every morning, I am a peaceful wife and mom. I am a joyful wife and mom. I am a present wife and mom. Whatever those 3 words are, we'll post them in our groups. Number 2, write down what the excuses are so they don't even surprise you. Just write them down. Then you can be like, I already know about you. I knew you were coming. I already know mine. Mine are, I'm overwhelmed. I can't do this. Those are the words coming out of my mouth. I always do this. Those are like, anytime I hear can't, always, never, or should, I know that that's not truth. Know what they are so they don't surprise you, and make a commitment to show up in the group at least 5 days a week. I know no one can be perfect, but being present 5 days a week, it really adds value to your journey in the community. And then decide how you're going to track your wins beyond. Definitely take photos and measurements and scales. But what are you going to do beyond that? Is it a soda habit? Is it a language habit? Like I said, blue jay instead of a bad word. Is it a, mood sleep, presence, how you feel in your skin. You write down what you want. That's part of your vision, and start tracking it. Track how you feel in the afternoon. If you're usually tired and all of a sudden you have energy. If your husband compliments you and you're like, oh, because you don't believe it, and then all of a sudden he compliments you one day and you're like, thanks. That was like a big aha for me after my first challenge group. My husband said that I was beautiful, and I was like, he's not lying, because I really struggled with that. This is what I want you to do so that you can have the best challenge experience. You know, we're going to be here every Sunday leaning in with you. We're going to be in the group every week leaning in with you. You're going to have setbacks, and they're going to get to be your comebacks. You're going to have obstacles, and they get to become your opportunities. But not even just yours. You are inspiring someone else already, whether it's your little one who's watching you, your husband who's watching you, your mother or sister, people in the challenge group who are watching you. You're inspiring people. And that's not to put pressure on you, because even when you fail, you inspire people, because you're not going to give up. You're here. You already declared you want something different. And we're really proud of you for that. So that's what I got for tonight. Does anybody have any questions or anything they want to add? Morning meltdown may cause babies. Yeah, we had a lot of people get pregnant when they started that program. We all good? I didn't get to see all the chats. I did a happy dance. I laughed hysterically today when my son was being really rude, and to change my state, I just started laughing hysterically at the ridiculousness of it. And all the boys came running in and like, are you crying or laughing? And I just started laughing, and then they all started laughing. And Courtney's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm dialing into a higher frequency. I'm changing my state. He's like, what's so funny? I'm like, nothing. But we do silly things when we want to change. I'm excited, you guys. I'm so excited to have you guys here. I'm just going to scroll through and just make sure. Yeah. Sarah said, step on the scale daily is not fun at first, but it takes the sting and emotion away. So I'm going to add this one last thing. I did the 3-day refresh in the middle of the Christmas break. It was great. I lost like 3.5 pounds, and I was full. Like, I wasn't like a starving thing. And then when I stepped on the scale at the end of Christmas break, I had gained all of that back plus 3 more pounds. And in the past, I would have been like, oh, I got to do the 3-day refresh like tomorrow. Instead, I did 3 days of like really strict 2B mindset. And I've already dropped 4.5 pounds. Just following, because it's all bloat, but I have been eating. I'm not, you know what I mean? I just was like, oh, I just got to shift back to what I was doing. So that's what I want for y'all, not to be like, freaking out about it. It made me kind of laugh. I was like, oh, I guess it was all late night eating. I like to stay up late and eat in front of the TV, and that's what I had to stop doing if I wanted to reach my goal. Okay, you guys, so we close in prayer. So let's go ahead and do that. And then your accountability from this call, when it gets posted in your group, is to declare your vision. So I want you to write your 3 words. And then I also want you to share what you're going to do as your beyond the scale way of tracking wins or tracking your victory. So you could pick one thing. It could be picking the item of clothing, because that is beyond the number. It could be a habit that you want to give up that you're going to track, or a habit you want to create, or an emotion or mood that you're trying to shift in you. And if you need help with personal development stuff, just ask anyone in your group. We have a reading list we need to post in our groups of books that are recommended by topic in case you need something. So thank you guys for leaning in with us tonight. I appreciate your time. And thanks, Angela, for sharing about beach bars. They're so good. I dunk mine in coffee. Really good. Yeah, I know. Jaw drop. All right, let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for our time together tonight. Lord, I pray for everyone who's here and for all of those listening to this call, that you would give us clarity in the year 2020 to have a 2020 vision for our life, that you would help us to define and speak the words over our journey that you have placed on our hearts. Lord, let them be qualities that you have given to us, gifts that you have given to us that we want to develop and foster, things that maybe are dormant within us that you want to pour into us through this journey. Let our workouts, our nutrition, our community, let it all water and fertilize and help to grow us into the men and women you called us to be. Lord, let us be a light to one another. I pray against negativity and doubt and fear. I pray against all of the things that can hold us back. I ask, Lord, that you would show us how obstacles are opportunities with you, that you would show us in our setbacks that you're there to help us make a comeback, that you would walk with us, and that we would recognize you walking with us. And Lord, I ask that you give us the courage to walk with one another. I pray that this year be the best year yet of community in our challenge groups. I pray for the coaches who are pouring into the challenge groups that you would stir up in them and let them know that you have given them what they need to lead and to serve. And I pray for all of the challengers who have committed to this journey that you would inspire their families to follow and support them, and that you would let this ripple out wide and deep into the lives of everyone that we are around. Let your light shine through this, Lord. And I give you so much thanks for the opportunity to be here to serve. We give you all the glory, and we pray all these in your most holy name. Amen. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it so much. Someone take a picture. Anybody take a picture? Can we all smile and take a picture? Hold on. I can do it. All right. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay. Thank you for your time. And for those y'all listening, thank you so much too. Let's have a blessed week. Take care.